Welcome to We Wine Whenever. Grab your glass and join 3 Jersey Shore housewives, Wendy, Kelly, and Lori, as they dive into everything from Bravo drama to life's everyday chaos. It's unfiltered, it's hilarious, and it's the real talk you've been waiting for, from relationship to pop culture. We drink wine whenever, and we hope you do too. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a 5-star review. Cheers!
Hi, welcome to We Wine Whenever. This is Lori.
And I'm Kelly.
And tonight we're talking about Real Housewives of Rhode Island, Season 1, Episode 9, Questionable Behavior from all involved, I would have to say, from all involved. So we see Kelsey leaving Rosie's, and she calls Liz to tell her what's going on. And in her confessional, Kelsey says that Rosie has had affairs with 2 married men, one at work and ruined his marriage, and then some other baseball coach who paid her off, and that is how she was able to buy her house.
Which I thought was real funny because why would you even say that, Rosie? Your ex is supposedly paying your rent right now too.
Yeah, I was just like,
and
what are you,
when
what
she
are you
called
doing?
Liz, unless they edited it out, she failed to mention that she rolled up to Rosie's house with a loudspeaker and a siren,
Right,
yelling
right.
insulting things about the square footage of her home.
Right.
Unless
Yeah.
they edited it out.
Yeah, who knows?
Right.
And then Ashley and Jared are shopping for the coffee shop, and Rosie FaceTimes and tells Ashley what happened with Rosie. And Ashley clearly is saying to Rosie, well, she must have been joking, which, whether it was a good idea to be joking or not, she still was joking. I mean, I'm not saying it was a great idea.
No,
but
it wasn't just because of the place they were in. Like,
Yeah,
if you're
right.
coming to my house and we're trying to make amends and you roll up like that, I believe I would have had the same reaction as Rosie.
Right.
I'm pretty certain.
Yeah. And I didn't like this. I did not like that Rosie was going to be in high schoolish with Ashley, like, well, like, I'm not going to come if she comes, and like, I don't want you inviting her. Like, if this person is you're a big girl, and this person is your friend, why are you going to make Ashley feel like she's in the middle of something?
I feel like Rosie does that to Ashley a lot, and I think it's unfair because, listen, Ashley is an awkward person, you could just tell.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure it can't be easy for her to make friends. So the fact that she even got this gig on Real Housewives, yes, I know that she was on Love Island, whatever she was on, and that brings people in. Of course, they want her because it'll bring a whole different demographic, but don't put her in that position because she's just trying to make friends as it is, and it doesn't look like it comes easy to her.
Yeah, I just didn't dig that. I was like, girl, no, you know?
Right. And she was kind of giving her an ultimatum.
Yeah, and I was like, no, that's rude. That's kind of fucked up. And then we see Ruella and Alicia meet up at the beach. It's been a long time since I looked like that in a bathing suit. I was happy for them.
Shit, dude. I mean, Ruella,
Mm-hmm.
God bless her.
God
I mean, both of them, but Alicia seems younger to me. Right? Like, Ruella, I feel like, is a little bit old. Like, whatever. God bless both of them. They both look great.
They look great, yeah.
This seemed like a very produced scene, though.
Come on, they just happened
the
to run
neighbor?
into, Amanda. Yeah. So that supposedly has issues with Joellen. I just think Joellen's messy.
Yeah,
I just think it's her
sure.
way. It's her way. She's just messy. You know, I feel like she's that typical, it all stems from her childhood. Like, she feels like she has to go above and beyond with everything.
Right.
In order to be
For
seen and
attention
heard.
or whatever.
In order to be seen and heard, you know? So.
She should be careful, though, because I have a bad feeling about her husband. Like, I feel like I think it's somewhere in my note. These guys, well, it is in my notes. We'll get there.
Okay.
When they all go to dinner.
Right. So Rula's saying that she's trying to stay in like a good headspace and protect herself, like build herself back up. That's why she doesn't want to be around Joellen. And Alicia in her confessional says that her mom took her dad back a couple times and she doesn't blame her. And then then they'd start to discuss, like, Ruella's situation if she were to, like, exit the marriage. And then Alicia's, like, lack of financial independence. And Rula tells her, you need to claim your steak and pizza mama.
I do love that Rula is giving Alicia such good advice
Absolutely.
financially. You didn't watch it at the time, but years ago on Real Housewives of New Jersey, when Dolores first came on the show, she didn't work. Frank Catania, her ex-husband, was still paying all of her bills. And there was another housewife, Siggy, on. And she was financially independent and then remarried her husband, Michael Campanella. And she was giving Dolores very good advice about becoming independent and getting her own financial independence. And she did. So this is very reminiscent of that. And I like it because, I mean, not that I could afford to live on my own because I can't, but I do work. I do contribute. And it's a good feeling.
Yeah. So I thought that was really nice, but I thought Alicia was so funny when Rula's telling her, you might want to start, like, getting your own, like, account, like, it's like socking away some money for yourself. And Alicia's like, yeah, well, I was doing $10 a week and then I stopped. And God bless her. Rula was like, well, that's better than no dollar. Right.
It's so.
Mm. And then we see Joellen and Gary, Liz and Jerry, and Kelsey and Billy meet up for dinner. Did you happen to see Joellen's pocketbook?
No, I didn't.
You have to look at it. It's very cool. I liked it a lot.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
I did notice that when Kelsey's boyfriend, Bill, went to say hi to Liz, he said, "Hi, boss." Did you catch that?
No, that's funny. Mm-hmm.
Hi,
That's
boss.
a good one. Hi, boss. Mm-hmm. So let's say Liz in confessional says she's shocked that Rosie called Joellen, because we found out that Rosie called Joellen, and that she didn't think that they were really friends, and that Liz thinks that Joellen is playing both sides, and I do see her doing that. She'll kind of change her tune according to who she's with about how she sees something.
Yeah, I see it. But I don't hate that she's also being a sounding board for Rosie, because I do think Rosie's getting, like, piled on here. And
Yeah,
I
you
do think that
can.
Kelsey is a mean girl. I do not like Kelsey. She is a mean girl.
Yeah, I'm not particularly a fan.
And I
Myself.
don't love Rosie. I just don't like to see anybody get piled on like that.
Right. Well, there's got to be something there, because there are several times this episode when Rosie throws out the whole Clique thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So.
Right.
And Kelsey tells everybody about how, Rosie told her that she sucks dick for a living and called her slam pig, and they Google slam pig. And then, it was just a weird thing to bring up at the table. Kelsey asks, do they think it's normal for an ex to pay for things after they split? And why would you do that to your boyfriend?
I totally agree.
Like,
And
okay, if that's the reality, take the dude's money, get your shit together, blah, blah, blah. But don't shove it in his face. It's already nice
Exactly.
enough that he's hung out while you were still with him waiting for your dumb ass. But then you're gonna like muddy it up with, like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
And
Kelsey
then
seems
Jerry
like,
saying that when he started dating Liz, her ex-boyfriend would just shove money under the door. People, stop giving yourselves away, okay?
yeah, right?
We know what that means. We know. We're from New Jersey. We get it.
Yeah, it's just
Stop talking, or you're gonna wind up like Joe and Teresa, because this is what those fools did.
Yeah. And then Joellen's husband asks if Kelsey's ex expects anything in return, and Kelsey answers that she goes back to give him a blowjob once a week. Well, Billy's face was said it all.
Yeah.
Said it all. She just seems like the type that would never be alone.
She'll never be alone. But
Would
how about
never
this?
be
She
alone.
basically says that she can't move in with Billy or Bill, whatever, because then her ex will stop paying her bills. She basically comes out and says that.
I don't know. And then I was confused Because somebody says, well, I don't want to be homeless like Alicia. I thought it was Joellen.
It would make more sense if it was Kelsey, though, wasn't it? Doesn't it? Wouldn't it?
Yeah, but I couldn't
Like, if her
tell.
ex stops paying her rent?
Right. So maybe it was her. I just couldn't tell. Like, the camera angle was like you couldn't tell. You couldn't tell who said
Either
it.
way, it's a shady thing to say because you're kind of making fun of her by saying it, let's
Right.
face it.
And then Joellen says that, she went home and asked Gary because Gary's mother and Alicia's mother have been best friends since they were 17. He was like, well, I never heard of them being homeless. And Liz says, you know, that Alicia has always had a very good life and that she was taken aback when Alicia said that. And she doesn't think the dad could take the house away from the mom and kids.
Well, he did.
Well, he did.
He did. He
Yeah.
stopped paying bills or whatever happened, and they had to leave their house, leaving them homeless. Whether they then went in to move in with the grandmother or the aunt or the neighbor or the guy down the road, their home was taken from them.
Right.
Like, this is just semantics, but Liz even weighing in on this is weird.
Yeah,
And
it's wild.
the
Like, I
end
don't
of
get
this
it.
episode is so weird.
Yeah. Like, why is she so up in it? I don't get it.
Exactly. And Gary, I mean, is that his name? Joellen's husband?
I think so. Yeah, Gary.
Shut up.
Yeah, sure, exactly.
We don't care if you knew or not. First of all, you're a boy, so your mother could have told you 15 times that this happened and you weren't. It's not going to register.
It's not going to register, right?
Right. And maybe Alicia's mom didn't share that
Right,
with your mother.
right. So the girls meet up at it's Audrey's, right? Or is it Aubrey's?
Yes, but Alicia calls it Aubrey's.
Okay, that's why I was confused. I was like, what the hell's the name of it?
It is
Okay.
Audrey's, but Alicia
right,
was calling it Aubrey's.
She's funny.
Yeah.
So the girls meet up for trivia night, and Joellen asks Rosie how she is. And Liz asked Rosie if she wasn't in some small way trying to get back at Kelsey with the plans, which she was. She was. And then you can start to see the tension that's between Liz and Joellen. You can start
Yes.
to see that there. And I was like, "Ooh, okay. Okay, okay."
Yeah, because this is like, let me talk, and Joellen's like, well, let her talk. She's trying to answer you. And Liz does not stop talking. You know what I find interesting to the point of the whole Clique thing? Dolores has said that, and I think this is so fucked up, but this is Dolores. This is who Dolores is. Dolores has said that she thinks Rosie had a problem with her filming, and that's why she didn't film a lot. No. Rosie's like a nobody. They're all nobodies right now. Nobody's telling production we don't want
What to
Dolores
do,
here.
what not to do.
But this is who Dolores is because her friend Liz wants to have a problem with Rosie because Kelsey does. Dolores is going to ride that all she can. That's who she is.
I saw that clip from a podcast or whatever where she did say that about
As
Rosie.
if Rosie said to a producer, I don't want Dolores here. And they were like, oh, okay, Rosie.
Yeah.
Like, who's Rosie to be calling this? She's not calling any shots.
Yeah, I thought that was weird too. I was thinking to myself,
Yeah.
what are you talking about, Dolores? What are you talking
That's
about?
who Dolores is, though.
Yeah. So then in confessional, Liz says she knows, Rosie says she felt disrespected, but she says, is it that or she just can't take a joke? So, and I love how
I'd love to see any of these other women if somebody rolled up to their house on a loudspeaker yelling things about their house and the square footage of it. I'd love to see it. I mean, Liz might be too stoned to even notice it was going on, which God bless her for it. But I think the rest of them would be pretty jacked up.
And I love how the first trivia question is about a pig. Did you catch that?
Yes, I did notice that.
It's great from production. I was like, okay. And then Kelsey comes into trivia wearing a Miss Slam Pig USA banner and a tiara. And Alicia goes over to Rosie and says she thinks Rosie has been the punching bag. And I thought Alicia was trying to be Switzerland. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I did too.
And this was odd. Liz comes back to the table and looks at Rosie and says, Remember who you are and stop trying to prove a point. What? Like what? I don't understand what's going on. I was
Right.
very confused.
She should have been saying that to Kelsey with the stupid
Yeah,
sash on her.
with the stupid exactly. And Rosie feels everyone is Team Kelsey, and they're like letting Kelsey attack Rosie. And Ashley, she cannot take confrontation, or
Nope.
she lost
Nope.
her shit. She lost her shit.
Who's fired?
Yeah. Holy shit! But listen, if it was me, I'd be like, "All right, you bitches gotta go. Like, I'm
Yep.
not having this in
Yep.
my husband's place of business. I don't give a shit. We're filming a show. You gotta go. You gotta go. I'm not having it. It's not happening. The fuck out. Everybody can leave. Go. Goodbye. I'm fired. Okay. Get the fuck out." Like that.
I think Ashley and Jared are too normal and nice for this. I don't think they're cut out for this. Unfortunately, this
But
is
then
what
did you
happens on Bravo. You can't be normal. Look at the Wakilis. Kathy Wakili was the most normal person ever. They shipped her right off that show.
And then did you see where Ashley goes behind the counter where
Yeah.
Jared is and starts crying? And he was like, go in the office.
Like, get your
what?
shit together,
Get
Ashley.
your shit together, Ashley.
My
He was-
God.
yeah, he was like, just stop, go in the office
Like,
if
what
you
did
can't
she
handle it.
think was going to happen? You're dealing with Kelsey and Rosie. Neither one of them are backing down, and you are having both of them there, which is fine. But what did you think was going to happen?
Right. So either you're going to do it and talk to them beforehand and say, look, I know we're on a produced TV show and our job is to make a commotion. Just don't do it in my husband's place of business.
Right.
So.
Right.
And then Rosie said that it wasn't just Kelsey's, house joke. It was everything that has led up to it. She said it's been weeks of, I guess, she feels like they're going after her. So.
Yeah.
And how about when
Liz hides under the table?
They were all hiding under the table. And then Rosie storms out, making comments about the clique. And
Listen, I wouldn't have stayed either if Kelsey kept coming at me like the little chihuahua that she was. I wouldn't have been able to stay there. It was either she was going to like punch her in the face or leave. Like those were getting to be the two options here.
Right. I would have never gone back and forth as much as they sat there and went back. Like I wouldn't have put up with that. I would have been like, you know what, Kels, you feel a certain way. I feel a certain way. I'm just going to go get a drink. And that's what I would have done. Like,
yeah.
Calm and cool. And you want to lose your shit, you can lose it over here by yourself. And then we go to Alicia, where she shares her like science project board with Billy.
My God. I mean, this was so like, I just thought of my kids when they were in like Excel in the middle. Well, when Tess was in Excel in the middle school, Joe was in elementary, but it wasn't the cool thing to do in middle school for Joe, so he didn't proceed.
Right.
But those trifold poster boards, man, they were huge in Excel.
Yes, trifold poster boards. Yeah. So she kind of reviews with him like her past and present ideas that made Pizza Mama what it is. And she has some cute ideas, though.
She had great ideas. Listen,
so cute.
I used to put notes in my kids' lunches every day, every damn day.
So
and then
cute.
I used to Rice Krispies, started making the Rice Krispie treats where you could put a note right on it. So I started getting those so I could write it on those.
Yeah, but
I think that is such a nice idea.
Heart pizza and a pizza with a
Yes.
bow for Christmas.
With the bow.
And the little uniform, Pizza Mama uniform. It's so cute. I love it.
She had great ideas. The swag.
Yeah.
The T-shirt.
I loved it all. It's cute. So I don't think it was very nice that he said he doesn't trust her with the business. But it did sound like he does have something in the works. You know, he said he had an estate plan and a money manager.
Mm-hmm. I think he just meant like, she's not going to be the CEO of anything.
No.
Right.
No.
I think that's what he meant.
That's like me being the CEO of anything.
Yeah.
No.
I think
You
that's
want
what
creative ideas? I'm like Alicia. I'm there. I'll cook it up. I'll cook it up all day long. I'll execute them, whatever you want. But don't ask me how much we're paying for flour because it's not hot. So, and then she asked if they expand and open more locations, will she get a share? So it's interesting because he said she would get a share of his share.
Yeah, he did say that.
He did say that. And I was like,
So
ooh,
he's got
okay.
partners. So really, it's not
Right.
up to him solely.
Right. Right. There's just so there must be other investors. And I was like, oh,
Right.
okay.
But that's,
Yeah.
I mean, he's giving her a piece of his piece, which I'm sure ain't too shabby.
Right. And then Rosie calls up Ashley and
So
apologizes.
I'm sorry. This is what I was going to say about these guys. I look at these husbands and boyfriends like they're Jersey guys. So when she's approaching him with all of this, you could see like you can't put a camera in front of like a Jersey guy like our guys and then start talking to them about their business, their money. You can't do that.
Or
They're
their
not going to react
family.
well. That's or their family. They're not going to react well to any of that.
No.
So I thought Billy handled this very, very well because, I look at these Rhode Island guys like they're Jersey guys or Boston guys. They're
Absolutely.
like,
Yeah. It's
they're
the same
East
makeup.
Coast. Yeah.
Right.
Like,
It's the
don't
same makeup. Yeah.
ask them certain things, certainly not with a camera.
Right. So then Rosie calls Ashley and apologizes. But why call her and apologize if you sat there and argued with somebody in her place of business? Like, you could have not came. You could have gotten up and not interacted from the get-go, but you actively sat there for a significant amount of time and back and forth with Kelsey in your friend's husband's place of business. So it's like, don't apologize. Like, you shouldn't have done it in the first place.
I really think she just feels very, very ganged up on. And it's to the point where she's just like exploding.
Right. But it's your one friend.
Yeah.
So don't do her dirty in any way. That's
Right.
kind of just how I feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then she invites everybody except Kelsey to this club in Boston where Rich does his Frank Sinatra performance. And then we have like 3 kind of odd little scenes where Liz is at her house, like smacking her face with some hand paddle. I'm like, what? Talking to
Yeah.
her stepdaughter. I was like, okay, what did we need to fill in 10
Yeah.
minutes?
And
Like,
then
what is
Kelsey pushing the garbage down with her bare feet.
with her foot? Yeah, I was like,
That was disgusting.
I know, it was gross. And then
And
kind
what
of
if there was a
flung the
glass
garbage.
in there or
Right.
something?
And then flung the garbage bag. Like, you
Yeah.
don't fling garbage. Like, I was just like, what are you doing? I was
Yeah.
like,
She's
on.
very performative, Kelsey. I'm not into it at all.
Yeah, and then we had Ashley for 5 seconds on the phone with her sister toning her hair, and I was like, this is
Yeah.
like
Like,
8
Ashley,
minutes of
do you
my
think you
life
got
I could
that
have done
done
without.
somewhere? Yeah. Like, why are you toning your own hair? Well, I guess that's kind of an easy thing to do, though.
Yeah, I thought there was very odd scenes.
Yeah.
And
Fillers,
then
like you said.
yeah, and then Rosie's husband, Rich, is getting ready for his performance, and Rosie says she never heard back from Ruella. So now Ruella has not gone to trivia. Ruella is not going to the
The
club,
Sinatra.
the Sinatra
She
thing.
didn't go to the castle.
She didn't go to the castle. And
I think that Rula has a hard time leaving her house because I think she needs to keep an eye on her husband at all times, and she doesn't want to be around Joellen. Maybe at this point, she's hip to the fact that Joellen's got this video.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. But Rosie needs to stop dressing that dog.
I could not agree with you more.
Stop dressing the dog. The poor dog.
I couldn't agree with you more.
I
It's
feel
so
bad for the dog.
stupid.
It's stupid. Some dogs you can dress. That dog, she needs like a plaid outfit. Like, stop with don't dress the dog how you dress. She dresses the dog how she dresses.
She does.
She does. I'm like, oh my God.
There's a lot of pink. There's a
Yeah.
lot of pink.
And then Alicia and Liz go to Joellen's house. And I love Alicia's
love
outfit.
I loved Liz's outfit.
I like
The
Liz's
pink and
outfit too.
white?
Pink, that was beautiful too. But Alicia's, I loved her shoes. Did you spot her shoes?
Were they black?
Yeah,
Chunky?
they were
Yeah.
funky
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
I
yeah.
love them. Yeah.
Yeah, I like those, yeah.
And then they take their charcuterie in the car and their drinks. I love it. It's something I would do. Here, let's
I
just
know,
take
but
this
you
with
gotta
us.
put it in a container where it's not gonna like, put it in something. Put it in
Right.
a tray.
Tupperware.
Put it
Right.
in a catering tray would have been better with sides coming up.
Right. It's just funny.
Not on the cutting board, you knuckleheads.
All right. And then Alicia, Liz, and Joellen are in the car, and Alicia says she was talking to her mother about her father. And then Liz says she wants to clarify on the, you were not homeless comment, that she wasn't trying to be insensitive. And so, like, why are you bickering about semantics? Like, why does Liz
Because Liz won't
care?
fucking let it go, I think. Like,
It's amazing.
just let Alicia have it. Just give
Right.
it to her. Her father took the house away from her and her mother. Therefore, she was homeless. She was very quickly able to move in with her grandmother. But she, as a little girl, felt homeless because her home was gone.
Right.
Fucking let her have it, for
Let her
crying
have
out
it.
loud.
Right. Yeah.
Like, who are you to sit here and double down? And then, like, Alicia's crying. And Liz keeps saying that, we know that that's not homeless. Liz, stop telling the public what we think homelessness means.
Right. And Alicia was right. She said, you're trying to make a point over, like, by dissecting my words. And, like,
Right,
Alicia was trying to show, something vulnerable, her emotional state and how
right,
she felt homeless. We don't have to nitpick about the semantics as to whether she was homeless. We're
right,
talking about how Alicia felt. That's how she felt. She felt homeless.
right, right.
So Liz says she apologized, and Lisa says, but you keep bringing it up. And Liz has yelled, you brought it up. And then in her confessional, she says she brought it up to protect Alicia's family. I was like, what? What? Like,
I mean,
what?
listen, I understand what she's saying, like, out of loyalty to Alicia's mother. She's like, you know, she wasn't on the street sleeping on a plastic bat. Like, yeah, we get that. We get that. But it's not your job to protect Alicia's family. Alicia's a big girl. She's got her aunts, she's got her mother around her all the time. If she wants to say something, let her have it. Just
Right.
let her have it.
And if her
And
mother
then if
wants
her
to
mother has a
reprimand
problem with
her,
what she
right, then
said,
she'll let her
her
know.
mother will tell her.
Right. Yeah, I didn't get that. I thought, like, Liz, you're being really annoying and mean. Like, I don't
I
get it.
totally agree. And I think that whatever fans Liz had left, she's probably losing them. This was
Yeah.
not a good look for Liz at the end of this episode, because then she starts getting in Joellen's face, who was just trying to diffuse the situation.
Just trying to mediate. And I'm not like some big Joellen fan, but really,
Exactly.
in the end, that's all she was trying to do. Like, she
Yeah.
saw how upset Alicia was getting, and she was trying to, like, bring the peace back and let's just move on. But Liz was, oof, yeah,
It
she
was
needs
too
that menopause
much.
gummy, man.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I was like,
And next week looks way worse.
way worse.
Again, like we said, them how they were behaving at Audrey's, like, now they're going to see Rosie's husband perform. Like, that's a live performance. And
Now
he said,
again,
like, I have to be focused on
yeah, again, if I was Rosie, I'd be
I
like,
wouldn't bring them there. I would have thought of something
fuck
else to
this
do.
TV show. You just
Yep.
get out of hand. I'm telling you. I'm kicking you out.
It does look like Joellen gets up to leave or walk outside, like excuse herself.
Right.
Liz is off the chain a little bit.
You see them getting up, her and Liz go outside and have a discussion. But then I guess they still come back inside and go at it, which
Yeah.
it's just not cool. Like, if you're somewhere and it's all of you and you have a place to yourselves, argue all you want.
Right.
But now we have both men's places of business where they earn their living that you're
Yeah.
I just don't like it. I don't think it's cool.
Me neither.
And I really didn't like seeing Ashley getting so jacked up. Like, she looked like she was gonna have a panic attack. Like, she's
Yeah.
not somebody, you know. So I don't like when I figured it out now. I don't like when somebody makes Ashley upset, and I don't like when somebody makes Alicia upset. I don't like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
No,
we'll
I
see
hear
what
you.
happens next
I
time.
agree.
So, thank you for watching and listening, and please like and follow and subscribe and do all the things, and leave us any reviews that you'd like. Hopefully they're 5 stars, but if not, so be it.
Tis what it is.
Tis what it
All right.
is. All right,
Bye.
bye.